So there have been challenges and counter-challenges. There will be pistols with 10 paces in the morning at 10 o'clock. Well, not really. We're a bit more civilized than that. And that's the whole point. We're evolving and moving. But one of the things when sometimes they launch new technology, sometimes they sort of underestimate
the adoption. Right,
and then people try to get involved, and then it's not ready, and then people stay away from it. You think cloud is?
Cloud is definitely ready. I mean, it's not a new technology. Apple didn't come out with it. They just branded it really well with the iCloud.
Yeah, those Apple people.
But they came out.
Put an eye on everything.
Correct. Yeah, iWallet, iCloud, iTunes, iPhone, iPad. Yeah. The cloud environment's been used for a number of years by a lot of companies. It was mainly a corporate environment thing to help processing power move away from the actual computer node to more of a server level where several servers handle processing power and storage and a bunch of other services. But now it's being adopted by the end user environment, or the small user, the private user, because it's now been made cheaper through means of servers being cheaper themselves in the sense of the hardware. The services are coming about. You know, you have SugarSync that my company was using for the last year. SugarSync is also a cloud environment. You have Dropbox, which is a similar kind of cloud environment, but remote storage. iCloud came around. You know, these are all sorts of perfect end user technologies that allow us to adopt it a lot more. And more and more users will be adopting it because it means they can move away once again from hardware dependency or that PC dependency to now go and, for example, a person that travels a lot or a person that has a home computer, a work computer, a school computer, all 3 different devices, and they want to just work on one device, and that's it.
All right.
Let's find out what Timothy has to say about the whole discussion he's holding on the line. Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Hi. Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
What's your question?
Thanks. Okay. Well, I'm not the star boy there, but I just want to know something here. I saw and Sony had this thing about this technology whereby you had this laptop, a virtual laptop. You just basically kind of your hand, smaller laptop, about 5 inches or so, and virtual technology, and you just open it up, and it comes right up. And the only way you can see it is with 3D glasses. And it was very, very impressive. I saw that, you know, so I wanted him to talk about that. He was talking about these laptops whereby they're very, very small. You open it up, it comes with like a virtual screen, and the person next to you can't see it because you're wearing 3D glasses, and only you with the glasses can see it.
Nice. Sounds pretty nifty.
It's very impressive.
Thanks.
Well, you know, 3D technology is now playing a big role in today's cinemas and whatnot. They just released, well, not just, but the Cinemax started playing all their movies now in 3D, and pretty much you don't see a movie being released nowadays without 3D.
Yep.
They now have 3D televisions.
Sony PlayStation's got some 3D.
Correct. 3D TVs, 3D laptops, 3D screens. Three-dimensional technology is very cool. Like he said, if the user is to your left or right, they can't see it because it has to be direct on, which is one of the drawbacks of it. I do not know what hardware he's talking about exactly, but I do know that it exists out there, and it is at the user level for consumption.
It sounds interesting, though.
It is
holographic.
Very.
Oh, I'm loving that. You know?
But holographics are different than three-dimensional technology. You got to remember that. Where one's dependent on having the right glasses to give you the illusion of a three-dimensional environment, and the other one's an actual.
So the other person would be able to see the hologram type.
Yes, in a holographic environment. They've actually just came out with a patented technology where an interactive holographic display. So more than likely my phone I can put here, a holographic display plays here, and I can start doing new things. And that could be my new PC.
You know, we're talking about things that previously were just the thing. I mean, holographic technology where you touch screens, that's that movie Minority Report. We've got remote cars, that was iRobot.
Yes, iRobot, that's correct.
But remote cars...
Before that, KIT was around.
And KIT was around. Of course there was KIT. How can we forget KIT? But now, whatever we could have conceived as only in dreams or in the movies, this is now. I mean, Google's just launched a car.
Yes, that's right.
A remote car somewhere in Nevada.
But the best part about it is no, they didn't launch it in Nevada. They launched it, I believe, in California. I stand corrected. They've done 14,000 miles of testing, where you had these videos popping up on YouTube of this guy just driving on the highway and looking across to his right, and he's filming it. and there's just this guy behind the wheel, but the wheel's turning on its own.
Yeah.
And it was very impressive to see, but Google kept that in the hush-hush for a little bit. This was under development for a couple of years. Everyone was wondering, why is Google getting into maps? You know, there's a lot of reasons behind it. Not just the points of interest and the advertising and, of course, mapping out the whole world, and then the final one where Google wants to control all the world's data. You look at their new technology that's coming out. They got the approval in Nevada. They got the State Bill 511 to pass, which allows them to have autonomous vehicles. What that means is a user can get behind the vehicle, choose destination, and the vehicle just takes off on it. Correct. It uses a combination of lasers, radar, and cameras to see traffic, and GPS, of course, GPS technology. It actually, correct. It just keeps the car on the road, and these things, this technology can actually save gas.
Because it's a hybrid car as well.
Correct. It will forget being hybrid. If you have an autonomous system, imagine if every single user was part of this. Then it could cause the car to drive at the most efficient peaks. Traffic can now be organized and synchronized. There's a lot of advantages to it. Accidents are avoided.
It's very precise.
It's extremely precise.
Right.
I mean, you're looking at any technology, whether human versus computing. A computer is known as a perfect tool. And the only reason it's as perfect as it's created.
Garbage in, garbage out.
Correct.
You know, we spent a lot of time talking about the technology itself, and we in Barbados are not quite there yet with the autonomous...
The autonomous vehicle.
With the autonomous vehicle. But what I want you to do before we get into using your smartphone to save money is the implications for our society as we sit here and look on at the developments going on across the world, whether it's Google hitting that 1 billion mark, what that means for us, whether it's the hybrid, the autonomous car, or the paperless environment, the 3D, whatever else. What does that mean for John and Jane Q Public, who, you know, even if they do have a BlackBerry, they probably only use it for BBM and the occasional email? What
does it mean in the sense of us not embracing these technologies, or what does it mean in the sense that we're behind and we haven't yet got them in our fingertips?
That's up to you.
Well, that really is up to you. If you want to spend the money, go right ahead. But on a government level, you know, once again, our government's doing a great job of technology. Barbados is very advanced in comparison to the rest of the Caribbean islands, and we owe that to our leaders. We definitely do. I mean, whether it was the past ones or the current ones, you know, we have a great political structure that allows us to advance in the technological realm. So that's going well. Then you look at our schooling, amazing. We have great adoption of information technology-based courses, and technology itself is playing a major role in our schooling societies. So what does it mean for Bajans?
Get on board or get left behind?
Yeah, but the thing is, I wouldn't say that. I would say we are getting on board. We aren't getting left behind at all.
Great.
Good stuff.
Excellent.
It definitely is good stuff.
All right.
iPhone, Android, BlackBerry.
Well, let's backtrack 1 second. Google. 1 billion unique hits a month.
Traffic galore.
Yeah,
that takes galore to the next level.
1 billion, that's a large percentage of our world's population. 1 billion people have visited that site in May.
Well, of course,
unique people.
That could be China.
That could
I mean, just kidding.
That could be China, although 14%, 14.3 was India, like 140-something million were Americans, et cetera, et cetera. But still a very interesting statistic. It's food for thought to imagine 1 billion people are connecting to this single website in a given month.
And it gives Google a lot of bargaining power, doesn't it?
They may achieve their feet, what they're aiming for.
Global world domination.
Global data domination.
Data.
Definitely they're getting there, and I don't mind helping them.
I'm sure you don't.
Just keep making cool products.
I'm sure
keep innovating. When we're ready to topple you, we will topple you.
Definitely. And give them names that doesn't include an I at the beginning. So it's like,
he's anti-iPhone.
It doesn't have to have an I.
I like you, caller.
Oh, well, right. We want to thank you, though, Gabriel, for constantly sharing cool stuff with us and helping us maneuver through this world of technology, whether it's grandma or the very sophisticated user, even if they have I-somethings. Okay? We are going to be telling you what's happening for the summer. If you want to learn to swim, well, there's a summer camp, Aquarius camp,
that can teach you. Though, so if you're going past that age,
it's too late?
Yeah.
Never too late. Stay with us.
For this camp, anyway.
We'll be right back.